dancing under neon lights. Hell burning, floating through the night. Some fools too wild, trying hard to pass. Missing they line, then they sliding fast. Real racers know how to set up moves. Slow and fast, out when we groove. 115 blowing all over the hood. Crowd yelling loud when the pace look good. One clean exit, then I'm pulling away. Apex hunting every single day. Hit the apex, smooth through the turn. Air burner racing, got the tires burning. 115 flying while the whole crowd step. One clean line got me gone from there. Hit the apex, perfect every lap. Real squad pressure, got the whole field trapped. Brake lane, rotate, power out fast. Real racers know that pace gon' last. Suzuka is feeling heavenly. Every clean transition therapy to me. Spark corners under rain at night. One wrong move, change your whole race life. It'll burn the calm when the pressure high. Why these fools panic every time they slide? Real squad built from discipline and grind. That's why the lap time's hard to find. Tire temps right and the fuel low. Every sector time got the pace on glow. One more lap while the engine scream. Apex chasing became the dream. Some drivers fast till the race get tense. Then they missing corners under pressure intense. I stay smooth with the focus locked. Hit every apex like a ticking clock. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Clip the curb. Roll the throttle. Perfect timing creates perfect speed. The apex, real squad outside. The apex, hit the apex, real squad outside. One fit pressure got the whole field fried. They'll burn the charging while the crowd scream loud. Every clean lap make the whole team proud. Hit the apex, all gas, no fear. Championship mindset every single year. One more corner, then the victory lights flash. Real racers built to make the pace last. Hit the apex. One up, dog. Focus. Brake marker. Turn in, turn in.
Radio check.
Hit the apex. Real squad. Real squad. Yeah. Hit the apex, smooth through the turn. Ill burner racing, got the tires burning. 115 flying while the whole crowd stare. One clean line got me gone from there. Hit the apex, perfect every lap. Real squad pressure, got the whole field trapped. Brake late, rotate, power out fast. Real racers know that pace gon' last. What up, though? Visor down, locked in. Hunting perfect corners every race I'm in. Some drivers rush and they overdrive. I stay patient, let the rhythm guide. Brake marker sharp and the turning clean. Every apex hit like a racing dream. GT3 dancing under neon lights. Hell burning, floating through the night. Some fools too wild, trying hard to pass. Missing they line, then they sliding fast. Real racers know how to set up moves. Slow and fast, out when we groove. 115 blowing all over the hood. Crowd yelling loud when the pace look good. One clean exit, then I'm pulling away. Apex hunting every single day. Hit the apex, smooth through the turn. Air burner racing, got the tires burning. 115 flying while the whole crowd step. One clean line got me gone from there. Hit the apex, perfect every lap. Real squad pressure, got the whole field trapped. Brake lane, rotate, power out fast. Real racers know that pace gon' last. Suzuka is feeling heavenly. Every clean transition therapy to me. Spark corners under rain at night. One wrong move, change your whole race life. It'll burn the calm when the pressure high. Why these fools panic every time they slide? Real squad built from discipline and grind. That's why the lap time's hard to find.
All right, yo, what up, though? Hopefully everybody is having a good day. Coolio, what's up with you, man? Thank you for stopping by. Greatly appreciated. Y'all know I just been well. I'm practicing for Suzuka. I'm using trying to learn Suzuka very well for the race the endurance race that I'm going to do with OP in September, and also next week it will be the weekly race. So I'll be on a weekly race all next week. So of course, y'all know the weekend is my streaming schedule now, streaming Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So those will be the only days. And there's, I like to stream and come and hang out. The whole thing with me, when I very first, let me finish doing this because I was trying to got to connect my PC. Yeah. Moody, what's going on? Thank you. Oh no. When I very first got, I'm just getting on. When I very first started streaming, I had, because I was more into wanting to do reviews and stuff like that. And yeah, just doing reviews, because I'm very into tech and video games and stuff like that. I always like unique gadgets and stuff. I'm always trying to buy stuff. I'm very into the, like my home, turning my house into a smart home and stuff like that. And that was kind of in, me having a Tesla and want to do content around my Tesla. So that was kind of what I wanted to do when I got on here. But I wanted to kind of dream to kind of build up an audience a little bit, and just try to let them know what I'm about, as far as the game, the tech and the game and stuff that I have. So like let y'all into just taking pictures of my equipment and different things like that. I always did that on Instagram and in all the other social medias, doing that type of stuff. But I wanted to, and on top of getting on here, even attempting to stream in the first place, it all came from pretty much as I have a lot of my not only my my kids, my nieces and nephews, I hold them near and dear and close to my heart, and I always be wanting to encourage them to do things. I have, one of my niece, y'all know me, I played her music on my channel a couple of times, and I will always try to encourage her. Hey, what's going on, Clouds Gaming? Yeah, I always try to encourage her to do her music, because I thought that she would make it, so I always would say, hey, you need to try to promote yourself, do your music. And she was trying, like you can, everybody, 1 second, trying to do something at the same time. Trying to do something. Oh, that's on me. I got to turn. Now, yeah, so to make the long story short, with her trying to never give up on what she's trying to do and try to make it, so, and then, my rest of my niece and nephews and my kids, they always was the type, they always in school and doing things and getting training, and then they just quickly just don't want to do it no more, moving on to the next thing, so I just was kind of doing this kind of as a test to myself and a joke to myself, and didn't have anything to do when I had got was started when I was been off of work from disability, having all my surgeries and stuff. So the time I was off the first time, that's when, you know, because I always had because I like to play video games at the desk, so I always had a desk to play my video games at, you know. So I would sit there, desk setups, and you know, and if anybody, if y'all not on my Instagram, you can go see all the stuff, my Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. Just scroll down and kind of look at my life, you know, and you will see, you know, that it aligns to what I'm saying. You know, I keep getting distracted. Keep getting distracted. Yeah, it kind of aligns to what I'm saying. You know, I just, you know, always been into this type of stuff, you know, and then just coming on and started sim racing, and this was a whole nother ball game, you know. Like I'm thinking, you know, the PlayStation, I always keep PlayStation, the Xbox, and Nintendos, but I kind of dropped off from getting Nintendos. But, you know, every time the new systems came out, I always kept the latest and greatest stuff. You know, I always did. You know, I was always on the release dates when things came out. And then I started getting to the cell phone game and liking cell phones and stuff. So I started um liking that. And that's what kind of got me into YouTube, you know, when I started with the cell phones and when it started being where, you know, smart, when iPhones and stuff like that. But back then when it very first started going that route, I was into the Samsung phone. So I was an Android guy. So, you know, I used to always like the Samsung stuff. And, you know, always watching reviews and watching these YouTubers, which they're really big now. But when I was watching them, they probably didn't have as many subs as I did, you know. So that's the type of stuff I used to watch all the time. You know, I didn't know about watching video game streams and stuff, and I don't even know if it was a thing on YouTube at the time when them guys was doing it. You know, it was more of I was watching them dropping videos and, you know, content. You know, I would watch their videos and stuff, and I did more interacting with those guys on other social medias like Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff and Twitter. So I did more action with them on those platforms. Yeah, so just coming up to start doing this stuff, y'all. This really, and I'm saying this stuff because I really wanted to get back to where I was when I very first started this. And when I very first started this, it was just more of a diary of my life and just to kind of prove to my nieces and nephews and the ones that looks up to me that just never give up. You just never too late to do something. And on top of that, just stand on something that you do. So that was kind of what really just kept me going with this and standing on me being on, you know, this, you know, streaming and stuff. You know, I felt like I was doing this far too long, streaming too much and streaming every day and everything. And, you know, meeting everybody that I have met along the way, it's been cool. Hey, what's going on with you? Thank you. I got my feature chat off right now, so I'm trying not to ignore anybody when they come through the door. But hey, what's going on with you? But yeah, and I just, you know, one thing about me, I'm an introvert. You know, I love being around my wife and kids, and you know, me and my wife, we, you know, I'm pretty much glued to the hip with her all the time. I just like spending most of my time with her. You know, my friends, you know, that I have that really know me, that's really truly, you know, because you can't consider everybody your friends, but it's hard to when we on here and we throw that word around so loosely. But you know, I could just say family for me, and that's so I say friends so y'all understand. I'm just not trying to not involve my friends when I say so. With my friends that I consider them my family, you know, because, you know, I've been knowing them for so long. And, you know, I like to be around people that have positive energy because, you know, like I said, I'm in my own bubble all the time. And, you know, nobody needs to know what I have been through in my lifetime. I grew up in, like, that's the reason why I always let, people know, I always represent my city anyway, and I always let it be known that I don't live in Detroit no more. I live, I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. I moved here in 1998. So I left Detroit, Michigan in 1998. I think I was around 24 years old at the time. Um, and I say that because I shouldn't have to say anything else, bad or good, no matter what type of person that someone think I am. I could be, it could have been all bad for me or whatever. But that is something that I didn't want to talk about, because as you get older, you become a different person. And, that's neither here nor there what you've been through. So with that, when it comes to that, I like to leave everything in my past, but I can't help about the things that I was affected by growing up in the environment that I had to grow up in. And, being here, you and starting to get older and knowing that the type of person that you are, and you just want to just be unbothered and just, and just chill. Some people don't align with that. And it's hard to get some people to understand that if you don't align with each other's energy, it's okay that you're not going to be cool. It's okay that you're not going to be friends, because um you putting yourself at risk of hurting someone, and you putting up yourself at risk of you being hurt. So if someone don't align, your energy doesn't align up with yours, it is okay to move on. You don't have to wish bad on anybody. You don't have to, just, you everybody, you should be blessed, and if it's a negative thing and if it's a positive thing, because people may not like me for various reasons, and I'll consider myself a good person, but that still might not align with someone else. And we all have to realize that type of stuff is okay. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of people battle with, and including myself, battle with mental illness. Illness is a real thing. And we used to think mental illness was just simply because when somebody, it was shown right there, someone was mentally ill. And that is not just it. We all mentally go through our own stuff for various reasons, for how we grew up in our childhoods. It could have been anything that happened. It could have been anything that happened to you, to shape you into the person you are. But when it comes to me and knowing myself and to know who I am, I always wanted to put people around me with the positive energy that I needed. There's something where I can support them, and give them um whenever they need it, give them some of my wisdom, giving them some encouragement, give them some motivation, and that's it. Because I like it, and on top of that, with all the stuff that I went through with my surgeries and stuff like that, and letting that be known, and some people, my wife and a lot of and my sister, well, it was more my wife. She say, well, you just talk about the same thing or whatever. Yes, it may feel that way to them, but more of this was just the doc. It was still, I was considering this like a diary to my life, for whenever, when my grandkids get older and they can see it. But I wanted them to see a positive person, and so in me spreading positive energy, not something negative. And like, quickly, I felt like I was losing myself along the way. And I'm just saying this today is because I just want to get back to myself and what I was doing. I'm in my own bubble, and I appreciate everybody around me. I appreciate the positivity, and I'm going to always give that back. So I don't want to take that away from the people that really truly love and respect Eric B. the Realist for who he is. So those are the people that I want to align with, the people that respect me. And you know And we are, I think, yeah, most people will understand what I'm saying without saying it. You know, far as when it comes to people, you know, good like bad people like bad people, good people like good people. So what I'm saying is, if you that person don't line up with me, don't try to come and interact with me and you know invade my space. And then when you invade my space, you try to exploit the things that you feel that you don't like about me, you know, because people cannot like you for, people won't like you for different reasons. It's just jealousy, period. And you know, you don't want that person around you if they jealous or envious of you. That's why, you know, like I have a hard time with some things, and you know, and it makes me nervous because, you know, as much as I like things, and you know, I put all my time and my energy into this now with this sim racing setup and all this stuff that I do. Because before this, I was doing this. You know, I used to like fixing up my cars, put music in my cars and stuff, putting rims on my cars. That's what I like to do. So, you know, and I wasn't doing stuff like this. You know, like I said, I always kept all the latest and greatest video games and gadgets and stuff like that. But, you know, like that's what I spent my money on. I didn't spend my money on gym shoes and things like that. You know, people might think that I spend a lot of money on clothes and stuff like that, but I don't. You know, everybody I'm a pretty frugal person when it comes to clothes. And I don't want to be flashy anyway, because I don't like people even trying to mention anything about me when it comes to clothes, anything that I do, because you know, sometimes it comes from a good place, and sometimes it comes from a place of jealousy, and that's what I be nervous for, because I don't ever like people around me that are just jealous, and then they just say things, and they just do things over and over again to try to mess up your peace. And that's what it's about with me. It's about my peace. So when everybody's hanging out with me, and you know, like today, this might be the boringest shit to watch ever. Like I said, and I'm just gotta say it like that. It could be. But this Eric B, because there's so many other people that you can watch. You ain't gotta sit here and watch me be bored if you don't like it. And you know, that's why I say you gotta find people that align with who you are. Some of us, and it may be a lot of people in here right now, it's fine with all awkward silence. And I'm fine with awkward silence, because if you don't have anything good to say to somebody, you shouldn't even say it at all. You know what I mean? You shouldn't even say it at all, because man, you know, like I don't want to mess up anybody else's day, and I don't want nobody messing up my day. You know, that's the whole thing when people just don't understand about some, and you feel and I'm always going to stand on my decisions no matter what, because when I make a decision, it's for a reason. I make a decision to protect my peace, to protect who I am, because at the end of the day, when we leave this world, nobody is coming with us. You're going by yourself. So to guess who you're supposed to make happy first? You should be making yourself happy first, because and not let anybody stress you out and mess with your energy, because all that stuff does is take time off your life. You know, it takes energy to argue with someone, and you know, that's why I try to get far away from that as I can, to be in arguments with people, because I quickly started to realize when you get older, you know, I used to watch Fred Sanford when I was younger. I don't know if anybody else used to watch Sanford, but when I watched him when he was younger, you know, he used to be holding his heart and stuff when he getting into it with people, and I'm like, man, you used to laugh at that stuff and you think that stuff funny when you're younger, and then when you get older and you see like, man, that is really true. So that takes a lot out of you to argue with someone. So when someone and it's always an argument, even if you start it or not. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to start an argument with someone, and I don't want nobody to start an argument with me, because you know when someone is trying to start an argument, you know, we put videos up every day. You put, you know, we put in as streamers, and you trying to grow your content. and you just simply putting it on there because it's something you thought was really good, and you wanted everybody to see. You wanted everybody to hear. But it's always going to be that one person that's not going to like what you do. It's always going to be that one person that put a bad comment that really makes you want to go and say something to them, because the comment be so nasty and disrespectful that, like, because the thing is, they simply don't even have to come to your page. And why is somebody that want to put something negative on your page want to sit there and watch you anyway? You know what I mean? So, that's type of stuff. And, I'm a very religious person. And, that's one thing I was telling my wife, me doing this, I wanted to keep doing it, but I want to move more on the content side now. So just like the races I'm going to be doing, the weekly races I'm going to be doing next week, I'm going to make sure I post those for y'all to see. And, like if y'all want to, talk about something or anything within that content that I put out during the week, I'm going to stream on the weekend. So, I still going to be connected to my streaming community. So that's not going to stop. But what, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's never going to go back to a time when I'm just streaming every day and stuff like that, because it just was draining my energy, and so that's why we have created Sunday to be able to race with other subscribers and followers that want to come in and race with us on iRacing. So iRacing is the content that I do. This was what I do. So that's what we're going to be doing the lobbies on Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come in and you want to race with us, and you're a good, respectable person, and you just want to be around some good energy, and you have good energy, come over and race with us on Sunday. We have the Discord chat going and everything. So that way you will be able to communicate, and, if you do want to talk to someone. But, I prefer anything else that my privacy be respected. I connect with when I connect with someone, when it comes to, the creators, because I'm want to be involved with other creators and be able to help help creators. I'm not saying because, I don't have people viewing me a lot at all, by far, not, anymore, and it's just, I had my ups and downs. But if I see someone I truly believe have talent and that can make it, and knowing that I know, because I know I love this type of stuff. Like, I know how to do a lot of stuff. I still don't do the stuff that everything that I know how to do, because I just, have other things to do. And my energy right now is kind of more for me working out, more for me getting my home together, because I'm getting ready to sell my home and do something different with my life. So that's, that's where my energy been going to that. So it's just that I don't really have enough time, but I always appreciate and love the people that come and watch me, because I know sometimes I know I am touching some people, and that's the people I got to worry about, the people that I really truly touch, not not anybody that's trolling and anything or anything else like that. Because the easiest thing that you could do for a troll is to just ignore them and remove their comment and move on, and not let it mess up your day. And that's what I'm starting to learn. Like, and I'm saying that because I had to check myself, because I let a comment get me out of character and contact somebody. I let someone get me out of it because of, their opinion, where I could have just really just deleted it and moved on. And just that's it. Like, I'm always cordial with everybody, but if I have very little conversation for you and just want to speak to you, and that's it. If you want to speak, because I'm very comfortable with just moving on, because at the end of the day, we don't know a lot of people in this world, and it's okay if someone don't have that same energy and align with you. It is okay to move on and not be bothered with them. And so, that's what whoever is affected by something, that they have to understand, because you have to understand, if a person want to protect their peace, that's what they mean. Because I don't come on YouTube and acting any different than I do in real life, because I'm the same way in real life. I like good people, I like motivating, I like inspiring, and I like to meet good people like me that spread positivity and not negativity. And I don't want that to change. So, I had to quickly check myself, because this was how I was getting ready to get for me, where I just wanted to cut off the whole world. And that's not fair to the good people. And that's not fair to the people that really truly like Eric B. So I know I was ranting for a minute, but I'm gonna go on and do the stream and started trying to get better on this track. So y'all know I've been doing the AI races, so that's what we're gonna keep on doing. And I just wanted to let that know for anybody, let that be known for any newcomers who think, oh, he boring or whatever. It may not ever get this way. Sometime I get quiet and focus up, y'all, because I'm more interested in trying to learn how to race and trying to be better on this track. We spend a lot of money in this equipment, which the equipment doesn't make you faster, but when you invest your money, I want to be able to utilize my equipment and be happy with the investment that I made. Yeah, so all right, let me go ahead and switch. I'm turning back on my speak to chat. I will try to catch up and look at whatever is in there, and then we're gonna move forward from there. Let me turn that back on, so that's on, so I will be able to hear y'all. Because don't think I was ignoring y'all. I was just simply, didn't want to keep getting cut off, and then sometime I forget what I'm going to say. And I think it's old age, because I don't think I was like that when I was younger, but it happens to me a lot now. So getting cut off kind of jacks everything up, and I'm like, man, I can't even remember what I was going to say. All right, let me see if I can read some of this stuff. Joe Pryo, what's going on? I appreciate y'all being in the building. Moody's in the building. There's the real who says that. Yeah, you remember Fred Sanford? I see y'all know. Sanford, yeah, Sanford and Son, yeah. I called it Fred Sanford, but yeah, Sanford and Son. That used to be the stuff. That was funny when I was a kid. You so old heads. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You thought, but I'm just saying though, you got to admit, although it was funny when you was a kid and you used to see that stuff, what about now when you do get in, I don't know, you may be the type of person that don't get into an argument, but man, you know how to affect you. It's not like you, even when you was younger, you'll get into an argument and it don't even affect you that much as when now that you young, that you old, it's like, man, you can't put yourself through that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel everything y'all saying. Moody said you say you do the events and stuff. I don't know about the endurance stuff, y'all. I just be I'm just going to explain what I want to do. So, if anybody that aligns with me want to do it, I enjoy doing the 20-minute races. I enjoy doing the weekly races, because now I'm starting to feel much better since I've been dropping this weight off of me, and because I've been on my weight loss journey, and that's getting better and better. Where I'd be like, I can't wait. Like I just worked out today, and I can't wait to come on here and race, because everything started to feel so much better since I'm dropping this weight off. Yeah, so, and I quickly noticed when we did the yeah, now that was the thing too, and that's what I do love. Um, what I do love, because if you doing it as a team, yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. You break that type of stuff up, and when you have a team and you can do it like with 4 drivers, it makes it easier. But you know, like me, you know, like that's why I just want to see how it goes first. You know, I'm rolling with OP on this. It's supposed to be. I don't know if Moto is still going to do it with us, but it was supposed to be me, him, and Moto. Which that would, if Moto's going to still do it with us, that's going to take the pressure off me even more because I ain't got a race. But you know, OP, he know what he's doing out here. He know what he's doing out here, so he just told me to just race. I ain't got to worry about setting up anything. He can race. Yeah, he can race. So you know, like you guys, I appreciate y'all, and you know, if y'all interested and y'all can, you know, if y'all want me to race with y'all and y'all have a league or something, you know, I don't mind joining it. But you know, some like I don't have a lot of knowledge at racing. So, you know, that's something where people have to be honest. You know, when I started sim racing, I didn't know a thing about this. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of, you know, I had to learn things on the fly and learn things by, you know, people learn things from um my followers and subscribers. I don't I don't know. I'm gonna call and I'm gonna text him and see is he gonna do it because we really need to know now because it's getting really close to it. So I don't know. So I don't know, Damien, if you was getting that asking that is even to run with us or if we could just add someone anyway. I asked OP because you know like I prefer to do the less driving as I can. If I can cut it down to an hour I would prefer to have it at an hour. Like I'm telling y'all, I am really nervous about this, and I don't want to mess it up. You know, that's why you know, like I keep getting out, and I do this for a reason. Keep getting out here and getting and doing this track practicing Suzuka because I don't want to mess it up. Even if I get out there, I may not be fast like them, but long as I'm consistent and not making mistakes, I will be okay. So what I've been doing is trying to stay in between those cars too and get used to it, you know, and get used to it. Yeah, Moody. Yeah, I don't know if you in the Discord, but hop in the Discord. You know, like in the RSR Discord. I think Joe is already in there, so y'all, you know, like we'll be able to communicate a little bit better on this racing stuff, and you know, because that's what it's about. And then, you know, we want to keep the focus on the racing stuff, you know, and you know, like some of us might be agree to disagree, but if you know if we're are aligned with each other in the way we are, and you like my personality, and you like your and I like your personality, it's just gonna flow anyway. And those are and so that's how you wanted to be. You know, it's like I like that, and that's what I wanted to do this before. I wanted to have a place where we can come, we can all hang out because you know my when I first started when I wasn't streaming and knowing how video games help my mental health, knowing how it helped my life, you know, and I just always thought, you know, along the way, and then everybody I met, it kind of aligned that way. They, you know, they play video games for a reason, for mental health reasons and stuff like that. So quickly, when I started streaming, I thought, you know, we're in the video game world. I know streaming is added to it now because I'm streaming, but I just thought in the video game world, it was different because it's more people that's, you know, that's it's going to be a lot cool more cool people that you meet out here because they in it because of mental health reasons and stuff like that. And then along the way, man, it just started to feel like anything else. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I don't want to be getting into confrontations with anybody and feel like it's like you in the rap game or anything like that. I don't want to be in confrontation with anybody, y'all. I live my life. If any, you know, people that know me personally and know the way I roll, I'm in my bubble. When someone call me and needs to talk, I'm definitely going to talk to you. I'm definitely going to have a conversation with you. But I'm not on the phone all the time like that. You know, my time is valuable to me, real valuable. So I'll be trying to chill. You know? Mm. All right, y'all, let's get it. Let's get it. Damien, what you got going on today? And yeah, make sure y'all there though. We, you know, and especially if it's things like that that y'all want to communicate about with just other stuff that we can get involved in. You know, me and OP think, you know, OP is very nice, man. OP is a really good person. And he's going to be hosting this race on Sunday. So, you know, I want to make it kind of big for him as I can. Just knowing how such a good person he is, and just knowing he just really love people to come hang out and race, and the man love iRacing. So there's nothing you can say about that when someone just really loves something and he's good at it, and he's good at helping people learn how to race. So those are the type of people you want to be around. And I'm not taking that away from them, because I know some people think that's a good thing, a bad thing, and but most of us think it's a good thing, because we know you know what you're doing out here. I got somebody I can come and ask, you know, how to do something. That's just like, you know, people, you know, it's a big thing, you know, just like especially here when I move in Indianapolis, they always say with Peyton Manning, all he wanted to do is talk about football all the time. He didn't want to talk about nothing else. That's all. It's like football was a part of his conversation, because the man loved it. But guess what? He was good at it too, right? So why wouldn't you want to talk about something like that? Come on now. So the only type of people that you don't want to say, hey man, hey, you want to listen to that. Encourage the person to keep going. You know, that's how he's a great. That's what made him so great. Pocahontas, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. This just getting back on here. Let me get back on here, y'all. Let me go ahead and knock this out. We gotta get the racing, because I have very little time too. Because it's my daughter's birthday today too. So my oldest daughter. So happy birthday to you. And just want to go and hang out with her. And that's what we're gonna do. Celebrating her making me feel older. Yeah. Been hanging out. We've been hanging out together a long time now. That was, you know, I first born. I was 19 years old. Yep. Thank you. Uh, yeah. And I know the AI racing is adaptive to you, but yesterday when OP put all those cars on the track like that, I think he put a whole bunch of cars on there. And I quickly started to realize, man, I need to get a lot better, especially with holding my race lines and stuff like that. I need to get a lot better. You know, I feel like I'm on the right track and race good, but I need to get better. Need to get better. Because that's one thing, you know, that's the last thing I want to do, is mess up somebody racing. That's why, you know, I was getting to the point being very passionate. And when I did get out on the track in the weekly, when I did get into the weekly races, I just wanted to, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't wrecking nobody out. And so when I get wrecked out, I get furious. But, you know, I'm trying to get over that, you know, because it's just a rate. It's just a game, you know, it's just a game. And we all trying to learn. And, you know, the good thing about it is, you know, you got something to do, you know. Can't race, you know, you can race alone, but that get kind of boring. That get kind of boring racing alone. Mhm. How'd your workout go today, Pocahontas? I think you were still there when I left. Okay, man. Okay, like I said, it's good. Yeah, you'll be okay. You know, like me, man. With those guys, and I know they faster than me, I still just feel like getting in the back. I don't even want to, you know, like I want to learn how to race and be competitive, but I'm like, man, I'm gonna get in the back since I don't want to mess nobody race up. Yeah, I want to mess. Tug, what's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't be wanting to mess anybody race up, but so I just be staying away from people. That's the worst. That makes you feel bad. Yeah, that makes you feel bad. Mm. Yeah. Oh, he coming over and doing the. I think he's probably talking about because we're going to be doing the endurance practice. We're going to be doing 3 tracks again. One of them going to be Suzuka again. Le Mans, I think, and I can't remember the rest. But if y'all in the Discord, y'all can see. Just go up under the iRacing tab, and y'all be able to see all the races that we're going to be racing. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be racing. So if y'all, you know, do want to practice and really want to know the tracks, and really want to know the tracks, then go over there and let me hurry up. Let me get some tissue, y'all, because I got the fan blowing in my face, that thing going. And I have allergies real bad. 1 second. So we just gonna I should have just did some yeah, we just get right back in the race. It's just AI. So get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Thank y'all for being here with me. I really appreciate y'all being in the building.
"20 minutes. P10, you've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them." Okay, rolling start. We need to follow car number 55 in the left column.
I thought he put it for 7 p.m. He put it for 6 p.m.
Race car speed is 53 miles
I
per
thought it was
hour.
supposed to be 7 again. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was good when I used to eat them. I don't know if you eat doing pork or beef, but I don't eat pork anymore. But they used to be good, though. I ain't gonna lie. It's like bacon. Let me stop talking about it before I go and get some. Okay.
Okay, Eric, get ready. Floor it, green, green, green. Left side. Still there. Hold your line. He's still there.
Yeah, probably because you know I'm not gonna be doing road America, so
front is Gosselin. Okay, Eric, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Car left, clear left. B12. Car right. He's still there. Hold your line. Clear right. Car left. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Clear left. Car clear left. On your left, clear left. Don't panic. Come on, Eric. The car in front of us is Henry. B13. The gap to last behind is increasing. It's now 0.5. Alright, Eric, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Relax, focus, keep it smooth.
What I think is going on with me, I'm starting to get my speed, but then I'll be so afraid about slowing down.
The guy ahead of us
I
is
think I need to, right there where I just spinned out, I felt like I should have braked a lot more before that turn. I think that's what it is, so I'm just gotta, be confident in my braking because, I kind of keep hearing that sometimes I brake too hard and stuff, so it's just I gotta figure it out. So, but that's why you gotta practice, man. Stuff like that. But I do save the car a lot now. I don't just wreck out and tear my car up no more. So, you know, that's a good thing.
You're running last. Come on, Eric.
If I'm saying it right about the things I feel that's happening, I think that's what it is.
They're showing the slippery surface flag. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Eric.
And to me, it's just not just driving. You got to understand what you do wrong, and that's the main thing with me, is starting to understand what I'm doing wrong. So I won't keep doing it.
Right side's clear. 10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes. Car left. Still there. Still there. Clear left. Okay, Eric. The next car is Hunt. Right side. Clear right. front in. The gap's now 0.25. He's slow into the hairpin. Left side. He's still a clear left. It's getting closer. The gap's come down to 0.40. Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel. You've just done a 204.22. Gap to P17 ahead is now 0.46. Within the track limits. Alright Eric, stay close, wait for him to make a mistake. They're slower than us into casino track, left, clear left. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Clear right. Car right. Hold your line. Clear right. That's the stuff, we'll have some more of that. The next car is Rubin. Left side. Hold your line. Clear left. Well done, Eric. Good pass. Eyes front. The next car is Gardner. Sixteenth place. You're reeling, Gardner in. The gap is now 0.36. Car right. Still there. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Right side's clear. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Okay, Eric. The next car is Joey. B15, white flag, one more to go. Hudson has won the race. P15, that's it, we're done. Oh, bad luck, Eric.
Yeah, what's up, Charlotte and Mutt? Man, that race kind of went bad, but it kind of got me together a little bit. At the end, you know, as y'all see, I kind of picked up on some stuff where it kind of started being able to utilize it, and then it started feeling okay. Best thing, you know, I just try to get as comfortable as I can because there was some mistakes that I was making. But it seemed like that one, you know, learned a lot from that just now. That's all you can do. You just got to keep learning from your mistakes. So that's what make you better. Let me go ahead and we're gonna do another one. Keep rolling for now. Pocahontas, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if you get like that. But I drunk as much as water. I think I drank that whole thing. You know, my bottle where I put was supposed to be enough water for today. But I just been getting real. I don't know if it's dehydration, but my mouth be real dry and throat and stuff. I don't know why that keep happening. I'm gonna try something different this time. I'm gonna try something different this time, just to see. You know, I know because it'd be a fight trying to get up front to even see if I can get some better lap times. But I'm going to start myself in the front and see if I can. Man, well, what happens? We just want to see what happens. Try something different, and we'll see. I drunk one of those too. I drunk one of those licking. I put it in my I put it in my protein shake before I went to the gym. Yeah. Mac, what's up, man? How you doing? How you feeling, man? Thanks for stopping by. um, Let me just go ahead and go with this. I'm gonna try it this way. Yeah, and then I'll be thinking about that too, Moody, when it comes to I have to be aware of the track conditions and stuff like that, because there was a lot of dirt getting kicked around and stuff. Yeah, I sweat a lot. And that's, see, I'm different. I don't feel, if I don't sweat a lot, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. So, you know, that's why you know, yeah, I do. I always been that way. Um, but it's certain things, you know, like if I get on elliptical or whatever, it doesn't do it to me. Normally, if I what just happened? Oh yeah, and that's why I used to like to do the Stairmaster a lot, because that's the only thing would make me sweat like I'd be sweating. And treadmill, I couldn't get that feeling at first until I started putting myself on that walk program that I'm trying to do, and I'll put my incline on 8 and try to walk at. I try to walk at 3.5, and I put that incline on 8, and I think it's been making a big difference, because I weighed myself today and I'm at my first goal, which is 185. You know, so I'm just trying to stay focused, because I'm trying to get the one. I mean, I want to get the 165, but the 175 is 175 is pretty much the main goal for me, and hopefully I start feeling a lot healthier. One thing about it, y'all, it doesn't feel good when you get on it. You know how you do these scales now is different from back in the day, where you just hop on there and just tell you your weight. You know, we got one that scans everything, and I wasn't too happy to hear. I'm 52 years old, and it said my body, you know, I have I guess everything that's going on with me, my body is I have a body of a 55 year old. That don't feel too good. Pocahontas, I don't know if you tried that yet. What it tell you? I would like to see what it tell you. I would like to see what it tell you because I know you probably gained a lot of life or from all the work you put in. But the Stairmaster, I like that thing. I used to stay on that for about an hour, y'all, or longer. Yeah, tell you your BMI and all that stuff. Yeah. And you know, one thing I they were saying the important thing is kind of like that visceral fat. I think I'm saying it right. Is because mine was high, so I'm trying. Yeah, it's everything now, right? Like everything. They need to put that in there too. The financial part, like you said, if they do, it's bad. Yeah. All right, let's try this again, yo. Now we're gonna see if what we can do. We can keep them off of me. Try something different. Just never know.
Minutes. Cold tires all round. Pole position. Rolling start. Get ready. Stay in the pole. The pace car speed is 55 miles per hour. Get ready. Go, go, go. Carl, clear left. Left side. Still there. He's still there. He's still there. Clear left.
Oh God! Already
On your left.
That's pressure,
Still
boy.
there. Clear car left. Clear left.
Come on, Eric. Come on, Eric. Tire's still cold. Well, I guess I better stop looking at that part because I know you real fit, so I guess I better stop looking at that then. It was kind of depressing me at first seeing that. See, that's what I'm saying. And my tires be, I don't be understanding. Like, come on, man. I be on my brakes, man.
We have
I don't
damage.
know. I'm
The
gonna have to
next
figure
car is
out
Schwartz.
that part.
You cut the track. Keep
And
it
that's
nice
the
and tight.
pressure, because
Please,
I
Eric.
know that I can't, you know, and not to make any sudden moves, but every time I do that, you know. We'll get it one day.
The guy in front is car number 7.
I'm doing it to myself. I gotta fix all these little mistakes I be making. Good.
The leader has just done a 2:00.3. You're running last. Minutes left. Come on, focus. We need more speed. Don't try to brake later. Just concentrate harder. That was a 2:04.16.
fix my mistakes, y'all. I got a lot of time to practice. Still got another day. And then hopefully we can do good on the track next week. And build some safety rating and some I rating up, but we'll see. But I'm, you know, I definitely want to participate in a weekly race on this track next week. Because I like it. I like the track. It's not bad to me.
Track limits. Okay, Eric. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
I can't even catch him this time. I need to stop getting in my head so much, Eric. At least race to get some good times, get some better lap times, man. I'm going back on time.
That's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
I think I just learned something right there, too. I think.
That's your best lap in this session. Okay, Eric, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. This is okay. Keep those exit speeds up. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines. You have 5 incident points.
Hi, Eric B.
Used half your fuel. Slippery surface flag. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Red yellow flag, watch for debris on the track. White flag, one more lap. Torrance has won. There's the finish. I think you're getting worse. That's the end of the session.
I got some work to do, y'all. I don't know, I feel like I'm going backward for some reason, but you know, I didn't race a lot this week. And I'm feeling comfortable, and I think I seen a lot of my mistakes. I just gotta figure out how to fix them all. Yeah, I just gotta figure out how to fix them all. You know, so you know, doing research and try to fix this stuff, and just try to get better. But you know. Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. You know, like it'd be some, and that's what it is. You know, some tracks, like I'm pretty decent at some tracks, but some tracks they look easy, but it ain't easy. If y'all all know the different. The different elevations and stuff on the track, you know, is you got to figure out how to take everything the right way. And you know, I can see it. You know, it's kind of, you know, with the VR. When I used to use the VR, the PlayStation VR, when I playing Gran Turismo, it was just so much different because you could tell everything. Where it's just like you riding on the road and you're just in the car. So you know, I can tell the elevations and stuff, but it's just that, you know, trying to accomplish what I need to accomplish to be able to make the moves I want to make. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off, y'all, because I got a lot more to do today. Y'all know I would normally stay on longer, but today is my daughter's birthday, so you know I want to spend time with my daughter, and I want to spend some time with my daughter and hang out with her for her birthday. So we will be on tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're going to come over and hang out with us and get in the lobbies with us, feel free. You're more than welcome to. And let me go, y'all. I gotta go. So I want to get long-winded on here and get talking. So everybody be blessed and have a good rest of their day. My name is Eric B. the Realist, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.
El Burner, real squad. If they can't handle the pressure, let them burn. Let them burn. Pressure too strong. 115 flying while the whole field gone. They'll burn the house out with the fire turned up. Real squad energy, got the whole place jumping. Let them burn. Let them burn. All gas, no brakes. GT3 screaming while the ground all shake. Haters talking crazy, but they never gon' learn. Real racers rise while the weak boys burn. What up? What up, dope? Black bars low. Engine roaring loud while the red lights glow. Some of these fools fold under heat. I turn pressure into victory speeches. They'll burn a mode activated.